Stay safe, world. You already know what's going on. It's tragic news looking like for RIXH Peso and RIXH Hector, because the Atlanta DA is coming full force at them, and there's an incoming RICO, and both of them have been arrested for it, man. It's a crazy situation that actually started last fall and has carried over now, and it's looking like they're facing a lot of time, man. We're gonna get into it right now, but before we do, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run up this video, man. Make sure y'all check out the merch too, link in the description at staysafeworld.com. Hoodies, tees, everything on deck. Turn on post notifications, man. Let's get it.
Again with that 210 count gang indictment, including allegations of murder, robbery, carjacking, and terroristic threats. Police say they arrested more than 24 accused gang members who've been involved in a gang war for the last 2 years. Channel 2's Tom Jones, live now in Gwinnett County, where police say this all started. Tom?
Yeah, George, this all started right here on Boggs Road, where officers say an 18-year-old man was shot and killed. Then they kept seeing more violence in this area. Officers say they figured out there was a gang war going on, and that's when the gang unit swooped in and made more than 24 arrests.
This was a really big indictment.
A really big indictment has resulted in 26 accused gang members facing charges.
And out of all the cities in the US, it seems like Atlanta and New York have been coming down the hardest on these rap groups. And it seems like Atlanta has really been going crazy in the last couple months. If you haven't been following, basically RIXH Hector had gotten taken down just a couple of months ago, and it was a whole big deal on social media because they got arrested basically for robbing houses and using the profits and stuff. But the Gwinnett County Police just announced today that at least 26 other people have been indicted after a year-long investigation into gang activity. All but one of them are now in police custody. The 210 count indictment includes violations of racketeering, influence, and corrupt organizations violations, aka the RICO Gang Act, and counts of malice murder, felony murder, and multiple counts of armed robbery, aggravated assaults, among other charges. Gwinnett police say the charges are connected to several shootings and other violent crimes across the Atlanta metro area. The charges range from RICO charges to murder charges and other charges. Officer Hideshi Vale from the Gwinnett County Police Department. Back in 2021, police investigated the shootings along Boggs Road in Duluth. Investigators discovered that these cases were related to an ongoing violence between the Blitz and the 5-6 gang. On August 29th, 2021, police said the 5-6 gang members shot and killed 18-year-old Jeremiah Preto of Duluth. Authorities discovered other violent crimes were linked to the 5-6 gang. These incidents were carried out against each other and sometimes innocent people. Such crimes included multiple armed robberies, carjackings, and aggravated assaults. Investigators said in December 2021, the case turned into a RICO investigation against the 5-6 gang as authorities began charging numerous members from what police said were violent cases. Investigators said they discovered that the 5-6 gang was working with RICH gang, which is a rap group. In January 2023, Gwinnett County grand jury indicted the top leaders of the 5-6 gang. Police said the grand jury also indicted RICH founding members Delamonte Nishan Steely, aka RICH Hector, and of Stone Mountain, and 27-year-old Zion Sharif Martinez, aka RIXH Peso of Stone Mountain. Investigators said 22 additional members of both gangs were also indicted on RICO charges. According to the police, 25 of 26 defendants have been arrested. The outstanding defendant, 22-year-old Kari Kelly, aka RIXH Reno of Decatur, has an active felony warrant in his case. His whereabouts are currently unknown. He's doing the dash. Police say they are working diligently to make arrests in their effort to keep gangs out of Gwinnett County. We do not know criminal gang activity poses a threat to our community and our citizens to our schools, they're saying. I mean, time out. They also performed at a middle school. I don't know how they were able to do that at some point in time, but they performed at a middle school. So maybe that's why they're coming so hard at them, to keep them out of the schools. But the police are saying that some of the crimes spanned across the metro area, and some were charging counties as far away as Carroll County. They're asking if anyone has any information, man, let them know. And it's definitely not looking good when it's a large RICO situation like this. because we saw what happened in the Young Thug case. Because when there's a large scale RICO going down, like, there's a large chance that some people are gonna snitch. And in this case, it's not like the YSL, because YSL, Young Thug had hella money for good lawyers. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of them end up snitching on each other, because when you're facing that crazy amount of time, you are not trying to think about like saving your other dude, especially when other people were moving sloppy, man. But you know, I feel like part of the thing was they were flexing hella money and cash, definitely flexing guns and videos. So, you know, this is the life that you live, and this is what's eventually going to catch up to you. I mean, I'm sure they kind of knew, especially because they were saying previously that they were robbing houses to get money and then basically funding their rap careers with that. But RX Peso was a cool dude and had a promising future and was in the scene for sure, especially not just in Atlanta but all over. But it just is kind of sad seeing how all these rappers from this period are just crashing out, man. And you know, they gotta get it how they live it. You know, they come from the dirt, so they can't really get any type of means of money. It's not like they can ask their parents for thousands of dollars to fund their rap career or anything like that. So you kind of got to feel for them on that side. But the fact they were committing murders and stuff like that, and it's linked to them, and it's this giant RICO case, is definitely not looking good. As for what his time is going to be looking like, I mean, we could look at the example of Hood Rich Papa, which I think he only got like a single digits, like 5 years or something like that, and he was in jail for mad long for RICO, which had similar charges here. So, you know, it looks a lot worse on paper, but as long as he doesn't have any like type of, you know, charges of murder against him and it's not associated with him, I don't think he's going to be facing a crazy amount of time. It's probably going to be all good. If his career is going to be over after this, most likely, I mean, it's probably going to be mad long. Maybe he'll be able to go on Vlad TV or some shit, man. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this stuff, man. Real say shit. You already know what's going on. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. Peace.